This video is from the course Introduction. It's designed for complete beginners and assumes you have no knowledge of the subject matter. If you are interested in more beginner, intermediate, or advanced content, check out our website SUBMETA.io. In this lesson, you learnt how to pass the guard, so we get to a position on top where our opponent has their legs in front, to a position where we now have dominant position in the mount, and then we learnt our first shoulder lock, the Americana. Let's review the detail of these techniques. For passing the guard, we've opened the closed guard, and the first thing to do is get combat base, putting our elbow to our knee so our opponent can't put us back into the closed guard again. From there, we're going to pin the leg with our hand and then bring our shin over the top of that leg to consolidate our control over that leg. We're then going to look to get upper body control. We're going to look to get a crossface and an underhook. Once we've established upper body control on our opponent, we can then start to move our legs again and move them into the mounted position. For the Americana from mount, our opponent is keeping their arms tight this time, so they're not giving us a chance to attack the armbar. We're going to pin their wrist to the ground and then put our elbow next to their head so they can't turn in. Once our elbow's on the ground, we feed our other arm underneath to connect as a figure 4 grip, making sure our thumb and fingers are on the same side for both hands. From there, we slide our opponent's wrist along the mat until you feel like there's a good amount of resistance. Then we start to lift the elbow up to get the finish of the Americana. It's time to get acquainted with these techniques, so let's do some drilling. We're going to drill the guard pass, the near side knee through, where we pin the leg to the mat and work into the mount. Let's go for 5 minutes for you, 5 minutes for your partner, and then drill the Americana from mount, 5 minutes for you, 5 minutes for your partner. Just be careful when you're applying submissions, you usually don't want to drill right to the finish each time. Just practice, maybe finish the first 1 or 2. Once you know your mechanics for the finish are good, really work to the setup till just before the finish for the consecutive reps. Specific training, we're going to go through the guard pass this time. I want you to start with the leg pinned. So you're gonna have your shin pinning the leg, and you wanna keep going. So you're gonna look to get upper body control and then get yourself into mount or potentially side control if you happen to end up there. If you end up past your opponent's legs, that's considered a win for you. On the other end, if your opponent puts you back in closed guard or somehow you lose position from top to bottom, that's a win for your opponent. So let's look to practice that for 3 minutes for you and then 3 minutes for your opponent, resetting each time either person achieves their objective. I hope you enjoyed this video from the course Introduction on SUBMETA.io. If you go to SUBMETA.io, you can watch this course for free, uninterrupted, with exercises to help you with recall. Also for free, we have the follow-up course to this, Foundations 1, Escapes, which builds on the content you'll be learning in this course.